Hi everyone, happy Saturday. The sun is out and my plants are extremely happy, which makes me happy. And so I have to water my lithops today, so I thought I'd take this opportunity just to show you what I do. Now that I have fertilized all my plants, I feel comfortable and I have not killed them. I thought I'd just share with you how I do it. And I will link my lithops video to this because then you can get all your questions answered as to why I water my lithops every 3 to 4 days. And you can get all your answers as to why I fertilize each time now. So yeah, let's get started. So I need to first fill up my gallon of water and put my fertilizer in it, and then I'll get my lithops and I will proceed to water, which won't take very long. So this is going to be a really short video. So, all right, so I've got my gallon of jug and I use 20-20-20 fertilizer. And if you watch my lithops video linked in here, you'll know why I'm using that. So I won't waste the time as to re-explaining why I do what I do, since it's all in that video. This is the fertilizer that I use. Get up there. And it's Jack's Classic All-Purpose 20-20-20. It's a water soluble, so I see a lot of fellow plant channel enthusiasts use granules and put it in their soil, which is fine. But for me, I like having control of when I fertilize. You just don't know, in my opinion, you don't know how long that fertilizer really lasts, and you could hurt your plant more. Just my opinion, which is why I am using this one. So, and I did a lot of research online before I chose the one that I did, and this one came out on top for the 20-20-20 water-soluble fertilizer. So, and one of the things too is the actual, let's see if I can find it. So the actual recommendation, so it says how to use feeds through both the roots and the leaves. For best results, apply every 7 to 14 days, just like a thorough watering, okay? For indoor plants, a ½ teaspoon per gallon of water every other week, or a 1/4 teaspoon per gallon every time you water your plants as a constant liquid feed program. Our handy measuring spoon and detailed instructions are enclosed. Now, I haven't found that yet, so I've just been using my own. I've been using the 4th teaspoon per gallon on everything, including my alocasias, my cactuses. Now my cactuses don't get this, just want to clarify, but I've been doing the half size, even the less of the half size, just to be safe. So I like that they recommended that, and so I do this for, like I say, my tropical plants, and I'm doing it also for my lithops. So, okay, so I don't know, like, where would this thing be? Maybe it's underneath, but if it is underneath, I'm not taking it out because it's already opened, and I just can reuse this. So this is my little 4th a teaspoon, and it's so tiny. You think, I think to myself, how can this be nutrient? But they say it is. Okay. Now, I need to let this run because the heater's on. It's been winter time again in Ohio this week, so it's been in the 30s and 40s, so our radiant heat has been running. So my water is always hot. Starting to get seasons changing, and I love that. All right, so I'm going to have you start looking down. One thing about this 16:9 format on the video is you get a lot less to look at, in my opinion. But maybe it works. So obviously I put the fertilizer in here first, so when I add the water it stirs it up really well, and I don't have to worry about it not being in all of the water. I haven't decided yet if the next time I do my tropical plants, if I'll up it to the ½ teaspoon. I probably will, because I'll be more comfortable then. But for now, I don't know. I haven't figured out a schedule for them yet. Just go ahead and see me again. All right, so now what I'll do is I'm going to fill up this little container. The lithops still are splitting, a lot of them, most of them. And so obviously they can't get a full dose. They can't get a full dose of water like the ones that have already split and are fully, and they're brand new leaves. They need all the nutrients they can get to start growing their roots and their, did you see what I did? to, you know, yeah, so you know what I mean. I just completely derailed myself. All right. So now I need to go get my lithops. Yeah, I'll be back. So far, I haven't had any lithops die on me since the last video, and that was, I think, my guess it was early January, if not December. So I'm hoping that that continues, because I love these little guys. So I'm thinking, yeah, so I think this is okay, because what I'm going to do is, I have this one split rock left, and he has there's two guys going here, and I'm helping it along to get rid of this outside leaf, because I think this was kind of, think it was abnormal because he was like down in there. And so I was like, wait a minute, he's kind of stuck. So he doesn't need an outer leaf anymore. So I'm getting rid of this outer leaf once it rots, or not rots, but hardens up. And yes, I did get rid of most of my split rocks. I just got tired. I just got tired. I got tired of them. Now that I have all these other plants that I have to keep on top of every 3 to 10 days. Yeah, I mean, they weren't a nuisance or anything, but I didn't really love them. Yeah, I kind of feel bad, but sometimes we all do it. We all have to purge plants that we don't want hanging around anymore. All right, I think my dog needs to go outside, so let's go do that. All right, you guys want to go out? Is that it? You guys want to go out? Yeah, so you see my hostas are growing. The squirrels have been planting their nuts in there, which doesn't make me really happy, but oh well. I need to repot those. There's not enough dirt in there, in my opinion. I need to get that. I don't know when to do it. Maybe in the fall, because they're growing now. All right, so the next one, now we're going to do all the lithops. So, as you can see here, we've got splitting, and I'm not sure what this one's doing, to be honest. He's been looking like he's splitting for a long time, but nothing's happening. And he's wrinkling, which is good, because when they wrinkle like that, that usually means something's, he's gonna start giving me a new leaf, but we'll see. So all you do here is just slightly, that's it, okay? And then what I always do afterwards is dap off the tops. I get my paper towel. So just get rid of the water sitting on top, especially the ones that are splitting. I just, and plus, okay, so anytime I water, I wipe the leaves top, bottom, and I do the same with the lithops to get the dust off. Because you want them to be able to bring in that sunshine. So, and notice that nothing came down. There's no water that came out of this. Now this one is bigger than the purple one. This one is actually like a 4.7 inch pot, where I think the purple pots are 4 inches, give or take. Sometimes I see different sizes in those, which kind of irritates me. So in this one is a fully new leaf, 2024, which I've talked about in my other videos. So these are still splitting, and so is this one. So this guy gets a lot of water, and he'll probably have water coming out. I give the real tiny ones a lot of water because they don't have any root system at all. And now, see, yeah, so now I'm getting the water out here. Let me move this over here. And then the big one doesn't need much water, obviously, because look at those leaves. That's full of water right here for that inner plant. Oh, sorry guys. You almost ended up in the sink. And I always forget this one because he looks just like my bonsai jacket mix. So I have to apologize. I'm sorry I always missing. But I always go back because I always realize I'm missing. But he blends so well into here that you wouldn't really know that he's there. Okay. So all of these are splitting, so they only get a little dousing. Okay. All of these are splitting. Now the exciting, very exciting news is these were the guys that if you've seen any of my Lithops videos, I said I would be it would be a miracle if they'd last through the winter. And guess what? They have. This is a brand new leaf. He just emerged this week and I took him out of the old skin. This one's on his way out. This one has not split yet. So he gets lots of water. Okay. He gets a little water. And because I don't see a leaf, he gets kind of somewhat of a good dosing. So notice that the water is coming out. That's okay because really remember, these really have no roots. I mean, very little, if any. So when I spray this one, he's getting all the water. None of the others are. And they're away from each other enough that if you know the roots and how big that they are, like how long and how width, you know what's touching others. So, yeah, and you would not want to put these in a plastic cup, just so you know. You always want to use terracotta. These need to be dry, 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 but not to the point of dry rot, which is why I do this. In that video, you'll see why I do it. I do it twice a week. So this one I've been trying to help out. I could take this off, but I'm like, what if I take it off? Because I feel like his growth stunting. Because this thing will not, it was stuck in the beginning. See? It was stuck in the beginning and then I had to help it out. I think I'm going to because the inside leaf is just, it's, you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but okay, I gotta figure out. You can tell here that it's been pushed in because he hasn't been able to get out of this leaf. So I'm going to take him out. I've just decided. And I water him enough that he doesn't need the outer leaf anymore. Sometimes you just have to make judgment calls. Like all plants, right? Hopefully I don't. What's scary is hurting the taproot. So I'm going to get my scissors. So we got him out. So what I'm going to do here is I got his little spot wet so I can move the grid about and put him in. It's about impossible to move this grit when it's dry. Well, you can move it, but it's like sand. It falls right back in. Okay. So I'm going to have to really watch this one because this one's not coming open. And it's real dry here. So I'm actually going to take him out. I feel like he needs help because see, it's drying over top of the new leaf. Which is not cool. Really difficult too. It's not. This is not easy, I tell you. I didn't think I'd have to do this today, but don't want to hurt the little guy. The other side's going to be harder. See how pretty he is. I mean, this is like a tight, wow. I mean, this thing's just dried right on top of that leaf. I can't forget I've got an appointment coming up, get a massage. So I might have to cut this short. Yeah. Okay. I think I might got it. There he is. There he is, and I see some new roots coming out. Okay. He's tiny. Here we go. He's tiny. But look. Can you see him? I don't know. So, he go back into his little home. And I think I'm going to have to do the same thing with this one. Because it's so dry that it's not, the absorption's not happening. And that could be because of my watering. So I will say, I don't know everything about lithops. I just know, well, watch that video. That's what I know, and I've learned. I mean, you know, it's trial and error, and you'll see that. I can't see. This one's so small. You'll see that I learned from other resources, trial and error. I think this is the right way of doing things because, as you see, it's okay to take the leaves off when you know it's time. Okay, now I'm going to leave that little stuff under there, but I'll take it off once it dries out. So this one I'm going to also help out, but I'm not going to take off just yet. I'm going to snip, kind of like I did with the other. And then maybe my next watering, I might take it off. Or heck, I might take it off now because he looks like he's done. Let's see. Yeah, I'm taking it off now. Beautiful. I think what will happen if you don't take them off when you think that they should come off is they shrink them down because they can't, they're being suffocated by the outer leaf. And that's not supposed to happen. And this isn't nature, so we have to help them the best that we can. All right, so all of them are brand new leaves now. Now I'm going to soak them good. Okay. Okay, so now I have to get ready and head out. So when I get back, we'll finish this. See you soon. All right, so let's finish this up. It's too heavy. Oh, wow. Go ahead and refill my water. Don't have that many more. I don't know, hopefully I don't have to operate on any more. But if I do, it's okay. Okay. I don't think I did this one. I took out the ones before I left. I'm pretty sure that I did, so hopefully I'm not rewatering it. So this is another, all of them except one splitting. I don't know if this one will ever split, to be honest. He started the split, but he hasn't done anything for quite a while. So we're just gonna get my paper towel. Did I get that? I think I did. See, he's buried himself so far in this one. Which they typically do as they are, it's like they're bearing down to give birth. Yeah, I never had a kid, so I mean, I don't know about that, but it just seems that way. So these look great. Now this one's not, it looks like it has potential of splitting, but he's not right now. These two are, and probably, depending on where they are in a couple days when I do this again, it all depends what the outer leaf looks like for me. Will I take that off? And because he's not doing anything, he could really use more water, in my opinion. They're the ones that, if they're not splitting, it's okay to give a good douse of water. Especially now that it's spring and I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, there are some that won't split. I mean, well, at least that I've heard. I mean, I don't know. It could be he's a late bloomer. You never know. Like this one. So he looks like he's been opening more to me. So I think he'll probably split in the next month or so. But the other three are all splitting. So I like these. These are what they call the big tooth lithops. I think they are so cool. They're one of my favorites. And here we have 3 out of 4 as well. And I love this color. Look at the color of this one. He's absolutely stunning in there. Actually, all 3 of them are. Look at this. Now this is the one that I was concerned about in my December video. Maybe it wasn't December, I don't remember, but I didn't think was going to make it. And he is. And I honestly believe that's because of me watering the way that I do. And you can learn that in the other video. Okay, now this one, I took off all they're brand new, so they're not brand new. They're new babies of 2024. You can see in here the dried out leaves. I took off all of these maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. So we're gonna douse him really good. And honestly, I could put him underneath the sink, and that would be probably a fine thing to do, but since I have fertilizer in here, I'm just going to go with this. But making sure that I cover him real well and I have water flowing out. Last I looked, they didn't have much of a root. So, and now that they're not dormant, we need to make sure we're feeding them appropriately. Look at this guy. Yeah, he's beautiful. All of them are beautiful. As much as I love my tropical plants, these still are my favorite. And now that I'm understanding them now, and I'm in the 3rd season, I don't see that changing unless I just get, well, like we get kind of bored with things, but I don't know. So far that hasn't happened, not with these. All right, so that is my watering with fertilizer for today. I appreciate you watching, and if you are new to this channel, I appreciate it if you hit the like button and if you hit the subscribe. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, and namaste. See you next time. Bye.